Hello folks, welcome to the Regal Wellness Series and the 20th video of the new year. Today we're going to be talking about exercises to support and strengthen your knee joint. Last week we talked about tips to keep your knee healthy, and one of the tips was strengthening the surrounding area of your knee. But before we start on our exercises today, we're just a reminder about healthywayevents.com. healthywayevents.com. We have some terrific health educators doing all sorts of exciting programs, and I think you'll really enjoy their sessions. So go to healthywayevents.com. Okay, let's get started. And our first area we're going to exercise is our quadriceps. And you can do these standing up, you can do them down on the mat, or you can do them in the chair. And I'm going to show you on the chair. You can also sit on the ball if you had a big stability ball, a Swiss ball, you wanted to use that. Either way. So I'm going to sit on the ball. I'm going to sit on the chair. I'm going to show you some different exercises. And we're going to sit ourselves nice and tall, always good posture. We're going to scoot ourselves forward on the chair. And our first exercise, let me show you from the side. We're going to do leg extension. So we're going to lift the leg we're working a little higher than the opposite leg, and just going to extend. Just straight out. Extend out. And if you wanted more resistance, you could use bands. Wrap the bands around your legs and do these. Leg extension. And you're going to shoot for 10 to 14 repetitions, 1 to 3 sets, depending on what type of shape you're in. Like that. I'm going to abbreviate all the exercises today just to fit into the video format. But leg extensions, another exercise for this area is just straight leg lifts like that. Working right in here. And you can also do thigh lifts. Let me show you those. We turn to this side. You could just lift up like that. Or if you want to add more resistance, you could press down while your thigh is coming up. That's a nice little exercise for your quadriceps. And remember, you can do this on the mat, or you could do these standing. Either way is going to work great. It's probably best to mix it up. Don't always do it in the chair. Don't always maybe use the ball sometimes. Get on the floor, stand up sometimes. So our next area we want to work is our hamstrings and glutes. Back here, we want to work back there. And one exercise we can do, and these you can do on the ground using the mat or standing up. You're not going to be able to do these sitting down. So we're going to get square behind the chair and just lift up. Right in here, you're working these muscles right here. Just nice straight leg lift. Like that. Again, those repetitions are 10 to 14, 1 to 3 sets. Like that. You can bend your leg and drive that heel straight up. That's going to work a little higher up in the hamstring, a little bit more your rear end. These work really nice. You can do curls. So extend that leg out nice and high. The higher the better. And just curl it. Extend and curl. That's it. Like that. And these work fine on the floor too. Doing these on the floor. And you can also do a reverse press. So you can drive your thigh in and kick out. Thigh in and kick out like that. So these are some front of the leg exercises, the back of the leg exercise. Now we're going to show you some exercises for your abductors. That's your outside hip stabilizers, and your adductors, your inner thigh area. So let's show you the abductors first. And these you can do sitting on the mat or standing up. I'm going to start with standing up. Get you nice and tall, and think of a nice straight line between your ear, your shoulder, your hip, and knee. And just kick out. Nice little kicks. And these work good too if you want to tie wrap bands around your thighs or below your knees. Don't put it on the knee joint. Like that. And if you want to add a little extra resistance, you can bend your leg and do it. Like that. It adds a little resistance. Like that. And if you were doing these on the ground, you could lay down nice and straight, so the straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, and knee. And just do your lifts. That works really nice. And you might say, well, how do you do those sitting down? Show you. We get the chair. And we're going to scoot forward on our chair. Remember, always good posture. We're going to lift our leg. And just horizontal abduction. Boom. Just right out to the side. And you can press in, add more resistance like that. Or you could tie a band around. Go like that. Go bring it to the outside. That works really nice too. Sitting or standing. But it's probably good to, again, mix it up. Do sometimes sitting, sometimes on the mat, sometimes standing up. Now our next area, I'm going to stay sitting down. Our adductors. That's right here. That's our inner thighs. And how we're going to work that? That's a hard area to hit, especially if you don't have the machines like you see in the gym. So one way, and this is the motion we want. We want this motion coming in right here. But we want to add some resistance. So how are we going to add resistance? Well, one way is with our hands. Just coming in. Just bringing the legs in. You're pushing out as the legs are coming in. Like that. And how we do it in our classes, we have little balls like this. And we just do our squeezes. So you squeeze, maybe squeeze 1 to 2 seconds. Like that. Relax, squeeze. That works really nice. That works that area pretty well. And again, that's a hard area to hit without the machines just having the gym. And you can also use the big stability ball, the Swiss ball, and you could use that. You squeeze it with these guys. That works fine too. And the next exercise we're going to show, we're going to work the big calf muscle, the gastrocnemius. And that's this real simple exercise. It's just calf raises, just coming up, lifting those heels up as high as you can. Right up. And if you want to make it a little tougher, you could go with one foot. You could wrap one foot around and lift. Like that. That works really nice. That's adding more weight to that calf, a little tougher exercise. So you can maybe start with the hard ones, and then when that gets too tough, go to the double. Like that. That works pretty nice. Now our last exercise we want to show you is strengthening that knee joint. Notice we're working all the muscles that surround the knee. You get those nice and strong to help support the knee. And a simple squat. And a squat is you get your feet nice and even. So you wouldn't want to foot here and there. You want to keep those feet even right here. And when you squat, your fanny and hips go back. Knees go forward. Stomach muscles stay tight. So right like that, just like that. Boom. And if you want to hold some weights and do it, add a little more resistance. That works pretty nice. Like that, and go down where you're comfortable. Don't go that. Oh, it hurts when I go down that far. Please don't do that. Don't go down that far. And another neat way to do these is a ball squat. Let me find the ball. Excuse me. So you're against the wall. You're against the wall. You're going to put the ball against your back, and you're going to bring your feet. You don't want your feet against the wall. You want to bring those feet maybe 15 inches from the wall, nice and even. And we're going to squat down. And when we come down, bring your fanny towards the wall. By bringing your fanny towards the wall, that'll keep your back nice and straight. And these work really nice, like that. And you could also use the big guy, the big ball, to do those. And what's nice about the big ball, using the big ball to do them, is that puts your feet in the right position, because your feet are out automatically with the big ball. And down. Remember, driving that fanny in towards the wall. So these are just some of the exercises you can do to help strengthen the areas surrounding your knee. And I know we have a lot of issues with our knees as we get a little older. So I think these would be very helpful for you. And folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, stay strong, stay safe, and be happy. Look forward to seeing you next week.